Welcome back, everyone. This is the frequency table video for statistics. Now, this particular frequency table will be discrete, those numbers that are countable, right? That have no fractions or decimals. The frequency table really is a very important part in statistics because it organizes your information in a table, and then you can utilize that to draw a graph or do a certain statistics like the mean and such. So this particular video we're going to talk about, again, discrete values that you can put into a table. It's a little bit easier than the other frequency tables that have like a bin or a range for their data. Okay, so what is a frequency table in this case? Well, when working with large data sets, it is often helpful to organize and summarize the data by constructing a table called a frequency table. Now, there are many different types of frequency tables again, but this is for discrete values. Keep that in mind. A frequency table is a simple chart of two columns or a two-column table which outlines the various possible outcomes from the data set and associated frequencies observed. So two columns. The first one's the data, the second one is the frequency. So here it is. Let's say you have something to do with ounces, right? You're weighing something, and then how frequent do you have these ounces? Well, in this case, something weighs 4 ounces, and you have three items that weigh that much. There is an item that weighs 5 ounces, but there's only one of those items. And let's say there's 6, right here. It weighs 6. There's 4 items that weigh 6. And lastly here, there's something that weighs 14 ounces, and there's 8 of those. So this column right here tells you how many items you have total, right? And this is like the weight, the different weights that you have in this case. Now, one of the things that you need to consider is, in statistics, usually the word problem is not really important in terms of the content or the context. Keep that in mind. Now, when you're in your business course, chemistry course, any other type of course, hospitality, of course it's going to be important in the context of the problem that you're doing because that's your major. In math, it's a little bit different. Your anxiety level will go up a lot of the times when you're thinking about, oh, I don't know what ounces mean, or I don't know what this means. And it's great to know these other little things, but the overall assignment, the overall objective is to think about what are the steps that you need to take? What is the algorithm that you need to think of? What is the thinking process, the cognitive process, right? Because a lot of the times you're gonna do something, you probably will fail, and then you got to think about, okay, what did I do wrong, and how do I change that so I can get it right? And a lot of the times you shouldn't be thinking so much about the problem and like the little details in terms of like maybe they're talking about tire operations. You might not know anything about tires, but you do know how to calculate something like the mean or put it in a table or do the standard deviation. Okay. So these are the outcomes. This is the frequency. So in this case, the following data are numbers of soda drinks a student consumes each week. Create a frequency table from the data set. Now you can see here with these numbers, each number represents a student. One student drinks 3 soda drinks. Some drink 5, some drink 8, some drink 9 per week. Okay. Now these are discrete. These are all discrete values. So no fractions, no decimals. So it's going to be easy to put in one of these tables. Number of drinks and the frequency. So how many students, are they students? We'll pretend that they are. How many of these individuals drink 3 drinks per week? Yes, 2 of them. How many drink 4? 2? How many drink 5? 5 of them. How many drink 7? You can see 3 people, right? So that's why you have a 3 here. And then 8, 1 person. 9, how many drink 9 sodas in a week? There's 3 of them. And then one person drinks 10. One person drinks 10. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. It says, below is the price in cents per pound of randomly selected ham meats. Create a frequency table from the data set. And again, you don't need to know anything about, ham. Is it cured ham, forest ham, honey ham? Doesn't matter. So these are the prices in cents per pound. Now, cents, yes, cents don't have decimals, okay? Like 25 cents, right? So this is 100 cents, which is, right here, $1, of course, or $1.01. This way we can get around the whole idea that there's a decimal and these are discrete. So again, we write the table. We have cents on one side, frequency on the other. How many ham meats that are cents per pound have $1 or 100 cents? It seems like just 1. Then 101 seems like there's 2 or 3. And you can see that I'm crossing them out in this case so I can figure out if I missed anything. 102, there's 3 of them. 103, I don't know, 2. 105, there seems to be 2. And 110, there seems to be 1. Okay? So, creating these discrete frequency tables is not too difficult. I think with practice you can get it. But here's the thing that I think some people seem to fail to see. This is the data, right, for one item. And how many items do you have? 2 of them. Or whatever it is. Maybe they're not items, they're people. Or there's something else, right? Here, 101, right? You measure 101 in some ways. And how many of those do you have? 3. So this column tells you how many you have overall, right? And if you total these, you get the total amount of items or things that you observe and so forth. You got to keep in mind that each column does its own thing, and you have to have an open mind in determining what those things are. Because what's going to happen is you're going to use tables like this to calculate things that have formulas, and these formulas will tell you to multiply these 2 items sometimes, or ask you to add all these to figure out, a different type of statistics or type of statistic. Okay, I hope this is something useful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, please. Also, give it to your teacher. Give it to someone else. Put it on, your Facebook page or your Instagram page. It's been a little while since I posted, but, most of the math doesn't really change. So I added this just to keep the site a little bit fresh. I'll put some more items there as we go along through the semester or through the year. All right, good luck with your math, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.